Right people, welcome to the YouTube. It is Saturday the 27th of June. We are here at Planet Fitness Tredegar for a very special event. Today we have got the one and only Mr. Samson Dauda'S for a live seminar. Very intimate, in-person meet and greet, Q&A. You know, it's not often that these people are brought to our area, and this is one thing that me and Davies, the owner of Planet, have spoken about, is like, this is one of the best gyms in the UK, hands down. Like, I've been around, you've seen me travelling around, and with the best gym on our doorstep, it's only right that we bring like the best people. Samson's in line for the title again this year. Obviously he won Mr.Olympia 2024. So to bring this calibre of athlete here, is just giving a little bit back. Everyone appreciates it. So we've got a event of 30 minutes, which we're be setting up for now. Hopefully it's not too windy, but you can hear me. And then at the same time as today, I've also got a client on stage at PCA First Timers Deck, who I'm going to be juggling, running this event, hosting it, and then also checking in with him and peeking him and making sure he's all good for stage, which is going to be about 4 PM. But obviously you just need to make sure he's on point in the hours leading up to stage time. So enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the gym.
So I'll check up here as soon as I've had my tan. Go extra dark.
We did go extra dark as well. Bang on the money.
Thank you guys, sorry for the wait. Samson's been geeking out over the gym with Di, been showing him all the toys. So once again, thank you all for coming. I think we can all agree the person we've got coming today is of the highest level. You know, the kit that we've got here in Planet Fitness, the gym, is the best in the UK, in my opinion. So it's only right that we bring the best of the best to this gym. So we all know him, you should do, I'm sure. He is our 2024 Mr. Olympia, and my personal opinion, the front runner for this year. So please welcome Samson Dauda'S. Right, so Samson, welcome to the Davies.
How you doing, guys? Thank you guys for having me. Nice to see all of you here. And yeah, so what?
You, over the years, I've always seen you you and Mel go on your road trips through Wales, like in the mountains and that. So this is like the first time you've done an appearance as the person that you are.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we've been in Wales a few times, and you know, obviously Wales is an absolutely beautiful place, and we always love it here. Man, traveling around the UK is one of our things, but this is our first official appearance in Wales, so yeah, I'm really glad to be here.
It's quite similar to kind of where you live now, because you think Samson would want to be, or you think he'd want to be in the mix with all the other bodybuilders and the scene, but it's quite the opposite. You're a bit of an introvert, now kind of taking yourself away from everyone and just locked down in the countryside.
Yeah, man. You know, I like peace and quiet. You know, especially like I'm an introvert by nature, as I've always been. And that's what got me into the gym in the first place, is just finding your own headspace and somewhere where you can let the steam out, and that was for me. And when you get to travel around the world and do this for a living, yeah, you want to come home to peace and quiet. So living out in the middle of sticks from nowhere is your peace, basically.
Yeah. Would you ever go into coaching?
I I'll go into training,
Training.
as in training people and everything else. Yeah, training and posing I will do. Coaching not so much.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm too keen on people messaging me in the middle of the night asking me, hey, what do you think about my look? I don't know how patient I can be that much. Because as I say, bodybuilders, we demand him, and training and posing coach I would do that.
We can tell that is the first love before anything else. On the posing note, actually, you obviously used to play rugby back in the day. Rugby being the main sport of Wales, I guess.
Right.
Someone came up to me in the gym earlier and was talking about like your posing routines and saying there's parts of your posing routines where you're kind of like throwing rugby balls and stuff. Is that intentional or is it just pure coincidence?
That's pure coincidence. The thing is, when we talk about sort of posing and bodybuilding, something that, when we started, it was also synonymous with a sport because it's supposed to be on stage showing the beauty of your physique and being able to display that and entertain people at the same time while on stage. It's something that it goes hand in hand with bodybuilding, but it's something that's not being looked at that much as it used to. When you go on stage to do a routine and to sort of pose in that, you're trying to display your physique at its absolute best. You're trying to show people what you've worked on and all your craft and everything that goes in it. At the same time, you're trying to show that with the amount of muscle you carry, you're not muscle bound. You can still move and you can still flow and look artistic at the same time. So we practiced a lot in trying to sort of make that, no matter how big I get, to sort of point across. So there's a lot of work that kind of goes into that, doing a posing routine. And that's one thing that I always felt like, regardless of what happens, I always want to be able to present a good routine that people are excited to watch when I go on stage.
You're one of the best ambassadors for the sport. And where you carry yourself and, the way you travel around, you make time for people. How important do you think that is as a bodybuilder?
For me, I gotta say, one of the things, probably someone that told me that was basically someone else from here, Flex Lewis. I remember when I started getting into bodybuilding. 2014, I started getting bodybuilding. I went to Body Power Expo at the time. It was your first chance to meet bodybuilders in person, like top pros in person. And I remember we went to the Body Power Expo, and you obviously go to different pros, and I ain't gonna say no names, but it wasn't my assholes, but And Flex Lewis, he had a long queue. And I was just like trying to go out and I didn't really know who he was at the time. I knew he was Super Bowl champion, but I didn't really follow him that much. So I was like, I was jumping in the queue room. And I remember getting in the queue, I went to meet him, and I just started following, and that's it. And I remember when he started speaking to me, and we just got talking. And I remember at that time, he left such an impression on me as a person that I'm like, you know what, that is a true champion right there, because that made me feel, he didn't just see me, he saw me. He spoke, and that was something that was very unique. I remember years later when I called to speak to him, later on, and I spoke, I was like, you don't understand that little 10 minutes, that little moment that was probably fleeting to you that you probably won't remember, it changed a lot in me because that really meant something to me. So seeing someone do that, I felt like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna get this way, I want to make sure that everybody that I ever meet always has that same impression of the sport and the same impression of what champion should be. It shouldn't just be, okay, let's go have a photo, bye. You should really spend time with people. Because at the end of the day, we don't do this forever. I'm not gonna be here forever. I'm not gonna be able to do this and be at the top forever. No. The way you treat people on your way up is the way they're gonna treat you on your way down. So every interaction, every moment you can, the way you treat people, you gotta make sure it's a meaningful one. So that's something I learned very early on, and that's one thing that carried through my whole career.
What are the egos like at the top that you're surrounded by? No names yet, but
Well, let me find a polite way to put it.
this is being recorded, by the way.
That's what I'm trying to.
But I'll cut it out if it's.
Best polite words to.
I might blackmail you with it, alright?
Oh. It's difficult. We get it. Bodybuilding is a challenge sport. Bodybuilding is a sport where bodybuilding is a sport where you get a lot of praises constantly about how you look. You get it a lot, everywhere you go. Especially when you get to the top, you get it everywhere you go. Some people are grounded enough to realize, okay, don't let it get to your head. You're still not gonna have this body forever. You're not gonna be there forever. Take it for what it is. This is really, it's an honor. It is a blessing to be in this position. Take it for that and understand that it means something. Some people have it the other way of, I'm the shit. Well, of course they love me, look at me. That mentality at the top is very rampant, but in the nicest way possible. And it's very hard for me to watch and see an athlete where we're meet and greet, you go to queue down the room, and then you just get up and walk out because you're done for the day. And leave everybody standing there, waiting in the queue for 3 hours, whilst you just like, I'm done, I'm just doing it. I've had that happen to me before. Like I said, been to bodybuilding, been to the expo, queued up to meet my athlete I'm looking forward to meet the most. Was there after queuing up about 2 hours, almost to the point where I'm so excited. I finally get a chance to meet him. He gets up, packs his stuff, and just leaves. And then you're standing there going, is he coming back? What's going on? It's not a good feeling. Because at that moment, you feel that insignificant and that small. That is definitely a way to make people feel. So when guys at the top, they do carry that, it's hard for me to watch it. And always I have to be like, okay, just turn a blind eye to it because you're never going to change it. You know, fortunately, it's just who some people are. And it's sad, but it's true. So all I can say is those people that are coming up, like you, is be aware that the way you treat people matters. You might not know how much it does, but it does matter. And it might be a small thing, but it does matter. So we're not all perfect. Every one of us is flawed. That's just fact. So just because you're good at one thing doesn't mean you're good at everything. So don't ever feel you stand above someone so high that you have the right to look down on them. So for me, that's what I say.
That's a fucking mic drop there, bro. What meant more to you, winning the pro card or getting that Olympia invite? Because that reaction that I witnessed obviously in Prague.
Because I think what happens is like, when I won my first pro win, we were in a really bad place. You know, a lot of partners will understand this more than the guys do. When you've been chasing something for years, and then you're thinking about all your finances, all your time, your effort, everything is running to this hobby, which it is what it is, a hobby, because I was still working. And you are now broke. Your credit cards are all done up, you're overdue on rent, you're overdue on bills, and you're sitting there chasing this, oh, I just want to get to this point. And you're working overtime, your business is working overtime, all to finance you doing this, because bodybuilding is extremely expensive. Just to finance this. And then when you go for a show, you gotta book a hotel, your flights, your food, everything. They cost a lot. If you don't make top 5, you're going home empty-handed. So all that, go. This is one of the most painful things that happen. And then when you go from amateur to your pro, the difference between that and winning your first pro show is quite a long one for most people. So you're gonna be sitting there for quite some years, just struggling to make that breakthrough. And this was us the whole, from 2018 all through to 2021. At that point, we were struggling, you know, and at this point, you know, I was thinking, maybe bodybuilding isn't for me, maybe this isn't meant to be, you know. I can't sit there and watch me and my wife struggle to, you know, work all these jobs, work all this overtime, make all the money we can just to splurge on me trying to achieve a hobby and then walk away with absolutely nothing. And then on top of that, you're having bills and debt is being racked up. For me, I was gonna quit in 2020. She convinced me to do one more year. I was 2020, I was like, nah, I ain't doing this anymore, I'm done. She was like, okay, let's just give it one more year. If it doesn't work, you call it quits. So when we went in 2020, we had 4 shows booked back to back. First show was the Arnold Classic, came second. Arnold Classic UK, came second. Good thing about that show, you had good prize money, so I came second place was 10 grand. I was like, oh, that takes a lot of pressure off it. Second show was Italy, came third. I'm like, okay, not still the win, but showing it better. Egypt, third again. Okay, And then when Brock came along, and you're now standing on stage with guys that already beat you the last 3 shows, and you're expected to win that one. I went in the crowd and I was like, yeah, you know what, we're not gonna win this one. It's just, I don't see it happening, but let's just go have fun anyway. So it's always a time when you're already thinking in your head that one more try, I'm just gonna give it my best, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's when things fell together. So when we won Prague, it felt like a confirmation of all that struggle, all that hard work, everything we do, all that sacrifices. You know, all that point where people are starting to look at you like you're just a dreamer, you know, time waster. You don't even know what you're doing. You're never gonna make it. All that gets answered when your name gets called at that one spot. That no, you were on track. You're right. So that moment for me was just, it was joy. It was a moment where, that's why my reaction was so overwhelming, because it was almost for the first time was a confirmation that, oh my God, we did it. Yeah. After everything, we did it.
People in this room now currently on their bodybuilding journey, wherever they are, there's some of them may have come to the end of it. So obviously where you are in your career now, have you thought about what the future looks like for you and what you plan on? Is there anything you want to get into again, like fishing, golf? What does the future look like for you after this is done?
Construction,
PT.
I mean, we've spoken about this a few times, and like, golf, I don't think I can golf. Fishing, if I fall in, I'm done. You know, one thing we sort of thought about obviously is like I said, I would go into training. Now that I got my gym sitting there, I would like to have the idea of obviously work with up-and-coming athletes and sort of show them what it takes to really do this and sort of guide them to the right way of it, because especially right now, you see a lot of misguided young guys are coming into the sport and they get a lot of wrong information. And you watch it and it's almost depressing, because you know that they're being told the wrong way. So I would like to be in a position where I can sort of like, okay, educate them a lot more about what they're doing. And also, you know, when I'm retired, I want to make sure that I'm done with bodybuilding. I don't want to hang around for like 2 years and say, oh, I'm going to come back. I'm like, no, when I'm done, I'm done, you know. So sort of doing that, and you know, I'm ready, as much as it is, I like being big, I'm ready to lose this size and start fitting in my cars a little better. So I think that's going to be my pastime sport at that point. People say, oh, how do you say you lean and get so big? And obviously, because my training intensity is one of the reasons for that. That intense training is the reason why you don't put so much fat, because you're pushing that intensity. That's why you have to take a lot more food in. When you train that way, the minute you start prepping, if you're lifting quite loads of weight in the off season, you have to keep lifting that same weight to maintain it when you start leaning down. The amount of muscle, the exercise and the weight that you took to build that muscle is the same thing you have to keep that muscle when you prep. The minute you start backing down of your training, or start training a bit lighter or a little bit easier because you're prepping, your body starts to break down tissue because it doesn't need it anymore. Because you're now in low calorie, your body starts breaking down and starts to use that. So you have to sort of keep that same intensity and the same amount of weight. Even though your energy is low, you still have to push it to the max to maintain that muscle growth. Because the minute you do that, you then start finding that your muscle groups, especially the hard muscle you put on throughout the whole off season, those are the first one that gets broken down when you're actually in calorie deficit.
When you spoke about downsizing after bodybuilding for the cars and stuff, one of the guys that work here in the reception was asking me about the cars you've got and the supercars, and he was asking how the hell you actually fit in. Now I know Sass has got a McLaren as well, so I've witnessed that. So how would you actually squeeze into that?
I just squeeze in. Very uncomfortable.
Is it like a sideways shuffle?
Have you noticed there's never been a video of me getting an out of one of those things? Look, we all have our training, we all have our pet peeves, right? We all have something that we're into. You know, for me, it's always been cars. You know, right from when I was a kid, cars was always my thing. And then, you know, when you become successful at this, I'm like, no, I want cars. So it's the only thing I get to do. I don't party, I don't drink, I do cars. A bit fanatically, but I still do cars. So it's like your only outlet, especially when you do something this extreme and that takes up this much of you. You need something that you get now. So yeah, fast cars is my way of letting it.
Well, thank you for your time, brother. Much appreciated. this is the final appearance that he's doing before the Olympia now. So you're you're in an intimate position. Now, Di's kind of getting me to ask something, but I've already been told something, so I'll just clear it up. Samson's locking it down now in terms of posing and stripping off and doing any posing or guest posing. So there is no physique updates today. Don't shoot the messenger. It's Mel. But yeah, we'll see it on the O stage, which is the biggest stage in the world. So all the best for the prep. We'll obviously be all tuning in via the YouTube and everything else.
Appreciate it.
And we'll give Samson 5 minutes just to get a drink, and then we'll form an orderly queue, get your pictures, and make it as rapid as possible so that he can get on the road back up north. So, big round of applause, please. Thank you very much.
That is the seminar done. Everyone's queued up now for their meet and greet, get their pictures. I have told them not to ask questions, but it seems like everyone's asking questions, standard, because Mel just grabbed me and said, can you get people to move on? So that was really good, really chilled. Like Samson didn't want to do like the typical seminar where he just gets asked the same boring questions, because as you can imagine it gets a bit tedious answering them. So you want, like, luckily we're mates, like we've been friends since 2018, so in terms of the back and forth conversation, it's really natural for us, and we wanted kind of that to be the seminar. So I think it flowed really well. Kyle, do you think it was pretty well, bro? Yeah, it flowed. So yeah, I'm happy. So it's 20 to 2. I have literally got a FaceTime deck now because he's due on stage in around about hour and 50 minutes. So we'll see how he's looking, and then I've got to go and man the fort there and bully people away from him. Alright, Chaga, how you feeling? Alright, bro. All the food done and that?
I got some right time in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Are you hungry now? Well, because of the timing wise, now once you get back to your seat there, just start getting it in there. It's fine.
Yeah, so like I said, it's been running out, man.
Yeah. Yeah. No, pump up. I would say when the second class is kind of getting glazed and all that, then so as soon as the break is done, go backstage. Yeah, and stay backstage because you don't want to miss your class. And then when the class before you start getting all the glaze on and all that, then start pumping up, because it's probably going to be about 10-15 minutes till they go out, and then by the time they've done their class it's going to be 30-40 minutes, so just start pumping up slowly.
I'm not saying it's quite like
Let's have a look then, Sam. Let me have a look then. Can't tell me and not show me. Teaser.
arms are fucking
What's your abs like? It's a midsection like, bro.
Fucking hell.
Jug the fuck out. That's what it looks like. Awesome. Quality, bro. Right, so yeah, exactly, bro. Like, fuck it, man. Do you know what I mean? Just like I said, you outperform them when you're up there now. Just fucking do what you do. Remember, like, big arm movements and all that, and fucking smile, yeah? Like, showcase it, like, yeah, just confidence. Just ooze confidence, right? But if you need anything, I'm here now, right? They're just doing their pictures with him, so give me a shout if you need anything. But tell Hooper to keep me updated as well, right?
yeah, so I'll and then that's it.
Yeah, that'll be it. That'll be 4 stage. So by the time you're on stage, it's going to be like 90 minutes to 2 hours tops when you get back and eat. And it's just going to be sips of water with, you know, the 250ml, I think it was. And then obviously you've got the 200ml pre-shake, so just sip on that as you pump it up then. 30 minutes pre-shake. Yeah, while you're pumping, just start sipping on it. Don't glug it. Just sip on it as you pump it up. And remember, with your pump up, bro, don't go mad. It's nice, slow, steady, keep your heart rate down. Just set like 15 reps, round robin, all our top line here, and some back stuff as well. Alright, sir? Yeah, nice one, brother. All the best. I'll see you later. Ta-ra, man. Bye-bye. I hate not being in, not because I've been to so many shows fucking recently. I hate not being in, but he's on the money and that's all we can do. I've done my job, so we'll see now in about 2 hours how he does.
Right, just come in when you want to, but no pissing about them, okay?
Pissing about.
Simple as that.
Fucking send the boys round.
I tried to hold me thumb like I did in Brussels.
Roll it up and tuck it in your ass, mate. We couldn't get Samson guest balls in, so we've got Luke doing it instead.
You can't tell the difference, can you, brother? Fuck yeah. Only about
Like a bit here or so, bro.
£160 like the longer hair. What's £160, isn't it?
What's £760 between friends?
Fuck all.
Oh yes, mate. Oh fucking yes. Quarter. Awesome. Quarter. Quarter. Yeah, that's where that get. Quarter. Loop. Yeah, that's it. Good. Front double. There, look. Front lat spread. Oh yeah. Waist control is really fucking good. Legs on. Don't forget when you put in a vacuum, a lot of people will tend to lose their legs because they're sucking. This concentrate on sucking up so hard, all the rec fab and all will just fucking drop off. So just make sure that we keep in the legs switched on. There we go. Very good, man. Side chest. Good. Side tricep. Awesome. Big blow through. Okay, hold. See your Christmas tree switch on more. Lat spread. Very good. Arm and thigh.
Question of that way. That's you, the usual. Am I able to do that or is that not?
They might say both hands above head. They might.
Yeah, both hands above head.
Because Gareth Hooper tried doing it on the weekend and they said both hands above head. What I would do is do this, do a vacuum into it. Yeah?
Sure.
And then when they call your favourite classic shot,
Yeah.
if you like that version of it, do that in the favourite classic shot.
Gotcha.
Do more muscular just for shits and giggles, bro.
Oh, fuck.
Because this is bodybuilding. That's it. Yeah, good man. Oh. Well, light years apart from fucking last year, that definitely wouldn't be up for, but absolute light years ahead.
Unbelievable, man. Seen in person, like, I haven't seen it in person for a long time. I've seen pictures of it.
Yeah.
But seeing it up close now is just like... How many kilos? 5 in it? 5 and a bit, or 85? It's got 5.
It is 5, yeah.
It's 5 in it. So it's like £14. It's £13.9 when I yesterday I had a good text him, so fucking stone lighter than the last shows that we've done, which was the goal, mate. So, what's the date today? 27th?
Yeah, 4 Saturday, didn't it? 2 or 3 weeks of work.
3 weeks of work before peak week.
Yeah.
What's your plans tonight?
Plans tonight, to be terrorised by those little bastards out there.
Yeah.
So now we're chilling tonight.
Chilling?
Chilling, yeah.
Wanting to have a meal tonight?
Meal tonight?
Yeah, with the boys.
We got
Have a meal with the boys tonight.
any sort of like, you know.
At night, something that doesn't fuck your digestion.
Yeah.
I would prefer like a burger and like home cooked.
Home cooked.
So like it's 5 to 3 now, so you've got time to go and get stuff.
Yeah.
Like reduced fat burgers, a brioche bun. I'll text it across, you know.
Yeah.
Some reduced fat chips, low fat cheese. Just as a bump up for the next 2 weeks, because we have done, like, you might just think this has been thrown in for the camera, but it's like we have literally done kilos week after week after week with 0 refeeds, 0 anything. So with 4 weeks out now, I want to make the most of that 3 weeks until peak week. So I have this little bump up. It's not going to bump you up much, but it's just going to be enough to keep the fucking mind right. I'm fucking super happy with the work being done, bro. So it's just a case, just 3 weeks then of graft and then we're into peak week, but there might be more food in that 3 weeks, I don't know. But right now, I have something with the boys tonight, and it's still controlled, you know, and it's still on plan, even though it's off plan. It's actually on plan because I'm saying to have it. So yeah, do that tonight.
Brother, thank you very much, right?
Glad you come now, innit?
I am.
That's the best 10 he's ever spent at Samson Dauda'S.
Samson should cook there more often if I can get a burger.
No, definitely, bro. Honestly, looking incredible, bro.
Thanks, brother.
Incredible.
Thank you very much.
And I can see it in your fucking face. Like I said, I haven't seen him for a while, and then I've seen those cheekbones today.
That's why the beard's staying at the moment.
It was like when Deck walked in last week at FitDex, wasn't it? When Deck walked in, let's competing today, first timers. I turned round, it was last Sunday before peak week, and he'd been digging like fuck. I turned round, I looked at his face, and this was all just like, and I was like, oh yeah, he's ready to eat. And it's like, you're getting there now, you're getting there now. So, excellent day.
Thank you, brother.
Pausing song done?
Yeah, same one. Same one, mate. Oh, yeah. Get like
There's a bit of Rihanna. Post music videos are boys.
Yeah, posing with teachers tweak, you know, a little bit, you know, bit of improvement, nothing too crazy.
But the physique is like so much more ahead of what you've delivered before, so this is a fucking big win this year, bro. And yeah, happy days, man.
Excited, man. Blink, yeah, it'll all be over in a blink, but I wouldn't.
Again, yeah, and then we'll be looking at the next year, whatever that brings. Yeah, don't remind me of that. Get dressed, bro. Right, so I have just sent Luke his meal for tonight, little top up. Same meal I just said in the posing room. Successful event. Happy considering, you know, the amount of people that came. Could have it been busier? Yes, could have been definitely. You know, we've, like Lee Priest was rammed. I think it was 200 here for that. But you got to appreciate, like, the older heads would have come out for that one as well. But then again, like, Samson's a current bodybuilder, current potential Mr. Olympia, 2024 Mr. Olympia. So you would have thought people would have come out for that as well. Shame, really. But anyway, topic for another day, that. But super happy. Samson's cool. Everyone, feedback was amazing. Thanked us for putting it on. The event went smoothly. They've just had a chill, you know, and had some food, and they're on the road home. So I have just got my meal in. I've seen Luke, and I'm going to go home and finish the day off with Mrs. Magic. So thank you for watching. Thank you to everyone that came to the event as well. It's much appreciated. We may put more on. We'll see. Finance dependent and what the prices on these athletes are going to cost us, and thank you to Kyle for filming as well. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.